Hello all. Saturday morning, got some things done and I'm down here in the shop. I thought I would make a quick little video, sort of a response to a few people that have been asking about the holsters for the Taurus 605 Toro. And well, there's been a progression, and I've actually had 4 or 5 different versions, and they've all had something that, sorry about the noise from the tripod, sorry. Anyway, they've all had something that I wasn't quite 100% with. This one was the kind of the first one I made even before I put the optic on, and although it works really well, holds it, there's just too much material back here, so that was going to need trimmed away, and I still have the pattern for it, so I can change that as I want to. And then I went to a pattern look kind of like this, and I put just a belt loop on the back. I mean, this was complete prototype, but I carried this for a few weeks, and although it was comfortable, it falls away from the body a lot because this has just got no support, no rigidity. And I'm still keeping that because I've used it for a few other designs. This is just sort of the progression as how they go along. So then I took so almost actually a scrap piece of leather, and I made this one that we changed it up a little bit. We made some cutouts so that there's better grip. We made the cutout for the optic, and this one is the one that I treated with Resolene, so it's kind of got that plasticky finish to it. And this one I wore again for a couple of weeks, all clear, and it works well, it fits well, but again, just sort of falling away from the body too much with not enough support. So I had this in mind, and I've been working on it. Here's the most recent design. I wanted to put a little bit more material up here so that I could stitch it to the backside and give a little bit more rigidity and support. And then this has just been wet formed. I haven't treated it with anything. I'm going to try a little something. I'm going to do the Resolene again, but I'm going to put a little bit of brown dye in it just to get a little bit of color into this one, and I'll let it dry and we'll see how it works out. But this, sort of the same flapped over at the back. When you put the gun in, now it still moves away a little bit, and I'm hoping that the Resolene is going to sort of take care of most of that, and gives you a lot of nice coverage on the trigger. There's still plenty of room to get a good solid purchase whenever you go to grip it, and I think this might be my design. Now I still could, and I might try this. I'm going to do another one. I think I want to do one in black just to see what it looks like, and I might put a retention strap. There's a design I use where I put it through the back, and I'll put like a button stud or something up here, maybe even back here a little bit, so I can get across it, and that's also going to give a lot of nice rigidity to it. I had ideas of a thumb strap, a thumb brake. I like those, but I'm just afraid that it's going to interfere when drawing with the optic, and it's definitely going to interfere when you want to try to reholster. If it's a single strap, at least you can kind of tuck that out of the way, and I think that'll work better. But mostly, Papa's Place had been asking me about this one, and this is what I've come up with. There still might be a few changes to it, and I know Walk with Al had gotten one of these, and he was looking for a holster. Guys, if you're interested, let me know. I'll make one and send it to you, and you can test it out too. So that's what I got going this morning. I'm gonna just go ahead and put the stain and Resolene on this one, let it dry, and see what happens. But that's my video for this morning. All right, thank you much, all. All right, so I did treat this with the Resolene. I let it sit out in the sun and dry really good, and I'm kind of pleased with the way it came out. It's a little splotchy. It's probably better to dye things first and then put the Resolene on, not try to mix the stuff together, but it was already made. So what I've got now is a really good full coverage over the whole trigger. Still got plenty of room to get good grip, and it is definitely much more sturdy. It's not going to be falling away from the body as much as it was in the previous configuration, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and carry this one for a little bit, and I'll give you a report. Thanks. Hope everybody's having a good weekend.